nothing to do with this.
Oh,
It's literally just
Flip.
you guys.
Okay.
Imagine this body squeezing in here.
Damn. Thanks, yeah. I enjoy being touched.
The community, I'll always talk about the community. It's been something else, and I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yo, I wish I knew better.
MustLoveHills, yeah, I can plug it. Look, it's even on my watch. I don't know if you want to see it.
That,
Looks crazy.
that's so cool.
And here's your other one.
Om die draai alles? So if we get, you can hear my voice now, can you, right? So if we get excited, it's not going crazy. Okay, cool. I just don't want it to be bombing in your ears.
Okay, are we good to go? Okay. So what are we doing here? MustLoveHills takeover of the running podcast. Liquor, guys.
Let's go.
That's my radio voice. Are we on radio? No, we're not on radio. Yeah, so we're here for what? Building gears around Cape Town Marathon and basically just talking all the
MustLoveHills
cuck,
things.
the usual cuck that we took. How are you, Hillary?
I'm great. So happy to be here. Yeah, geez, I'm still processing that. It's like what, about 2 weeks to go before Cape Town Marathon.
Yeah, bro.
And what a journey it has been. My goodness. I mean, we've got two long runs left.
Yeah,
In our
this
training.
weekend and next weekend.
But for me, it's just been, it's been so amazing. I mean, the support that we've received from MustLoveHills with all the collabs from Essex. I mean, Jack Black, all these amazing guys, the photographers, just creating that, just that gears to attract the runners and the numbers, and you could see it, man. You can see it, and it's just been so amazing. I mean, I have never felt so good physically.
yeah.
I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm ready to run the biggest marathon ever. So, I'm stoked. So
You look
happy.
like you're in the best shape of your life.
Thank you, thank you, Josh.
Wait. Don't you want to introduce yourself for the ladies behind the, like, listening to you? They're going to be salivating just while
Oh
you're
my
hearing your
goodness! Stop it, Tahir. So my name is Hillary. I am actually thought about it now just a few days ago on how long I've been with the crew, and I've been an active crew member for a year exactly.
It is, yes.
And it doesn't feel like it. I mean, they say time flies when you're having fun,
I
and
remember.
I've been having a ball. I've been having a joy with MLH and the community. I'll always talk about the community. It's been something else, and I wouldn't be where I am now if
Yeah.
it wasn't for this community. So so grateful and so happy to be part of this amazing crew. And yeah,
Yeah, I remember. I got a invite on Strava, Hillary. I'm like, I asked my wife, who is this? Who is this? And the man's like, I know he runs for Omidrai. And then the next week, I think we had track at Greenpoint, and then you introduced yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, I know who you are. Accept on Strava. I was very, very protective at that point.
Someone's trying to stalk me on Strava.
sliding into my Stravas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, and my Strava has been growing ever since, eh? Gee whiz, 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like a celebrity.
But that's MustLoveHills for you, huh? Joshy, you want to go for it?
Yeah, sure. I'm Josh.
Yeah.
Joshy.
Yes.
So everyone knows
Yes, you
me.
are. I can think of other J names for you.
We're not going into Jacob, but let's keep that inside joke. Yeah, that's all. And yeah, I joined MustLoveHills the beginning of 2022. It was sort of like in an on and off fashion because soccer season would generally start around March, April when our official games would start. But up until that point, most of what I did was running just to stay fit over the festive period, which I didn't do a good job of because trifle was all I had every day. But okay, we make steps. We learn. we
Heritage
learn.
is heritage.
Of
It's
course.
like-
You got to
You know,
have
like,
trifle. I'm
yeah.
not going to get into a debate about trifle and peppermint tart here now. Because we're going to open up a can of worms. Let's keep it running related. But then, my first session I joined was a red light, green light session.
Yeah, I think that was one I hosted, huh?
Guys, just pick your battles, but don't come to red light, green light. It's terrible. Great idea.
It was in the prime time of
Squid Games.
Squid Games, yeah. So
Correct.
we thought
It's a bit odd up Rhodes Memorial though.
Yeah.
So yeah, after joining, I then went off to my final soccer season. Ended around October and was sort of chilling. Did a couple of casual runs in between. But as of the beginning of this year, 2023, is when I sort of officially came on board and I was like, you're done having injuries now? So just stick to one sport for now, because that's exactly what Mikey said to me. Don't play soccer and run. You're going to get injuries. And obviously, you know everything.
Exactly.
No, it's fine. I'm young. I can do whatever I want. Yo, I wish I knew better. But I mean, yeah, I am. 9 months later, I've been running with MustLoveHills. And to be honest, with MustLoveHills, if you look from an outsider's perspective, it looks very intimidating.
yeah.
They say everyone is welcome, but it looks extremely intimidating. You look at how serious people come there, and you look at everything from the outside. If you look at Instagram, and you're thinking, oh, back to trifle. I'm going to feel this trifle. So, but once you're in it, and you actually realize that there's little support groups within MustLoveHills. And I know the
And that's
common
the best part.
conception. Yes. The common conception about Cape Town is that it's pretty cliquey. And I don't disagree at all. But when you get in and you dig deeper and you find your passion or your flow, let's just say I'm into photography. I don't actively go and look for photographers that I know about, but I just do my thing and I sort of get to know what the scene is like. People naturally tend to gravitate towards you.
Yeah.
And I feel that is sort of the best advice I can sort of give you if you like, I don't know where I fit in at the moment. Do what you love, and everyone who needs to be in your life will be in your life.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too philosophical. And I'm going off topic here now. But, so yes, that's really what I love about MustLoveHills, is that within the crew spirit is also micro crew spirits, where there's little groups that you find yourself running with. We a similar type of person, we run a similar amount of times per week, or just we drink the same amount of beers every week. So it's also something like that. And sort of what I appreciate about MustLoveHills is the fact that you can show up on 1 January 2023 and then 23 December 2023. Tyre is not going to stand there and go, but where have you been for the last 11 months?
Yeah.
Where have you been? It's like, it's fine.
It's a
Welcome,
welcome
back.
back.
It's a welcome
Hello,
back. Less
yeah.
than a where
I
have you
missed
been?
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You become part of the family from day one. That's the best part about MustLoveHills.
I
Definitely.
concur 100%.
Yeah, so that's sort of been my running journey with MustLoveHills. Yeah, but you tell us,
Okay.
Tyre.
Me. Hi guys. Wait. I am Tair, also known as the lesser coach of MustLoveHills. No, I won't call myself lesser coach. I'm the other coach of MustLoveHills. I joined MustLoveHills in 2018. One fateful Tuesday evening, went up to Mike, said, "Are you he asked us, are you looking for Tuesday trails?" I'm like, "No, we're looking for MustLoveHills." And he's like, "Oh, that's me." And then from there, I've never stopped. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, I've just been there, consistently growing. It's been like the best part of being part of MustLoveHills for so long is seeing the highs and lows of MustLoveHills. There's been very few lows, but seeing the growth. Like there was times where it would be me doing hill repeats on a rainy Tuesday afternoon alone, and there's no one else. Mike sitting in his bucket down at the bottom of the hill and just doing hill repeats. And now if you get a chance to run alone, you're like, what's happening, but you're never alone in the MustLoveHills community, and that's just the best part. Like, I've seen people come in um, from nowhere and no connections to the crew, nothing, and literally they build a family within the crew, and that for me, it's phenomenal. I love to see it. Like, I treat MustLoveHills, all of the people that run with MustLoveHills as my kids. Like, I'm the strict dad, and Mike is the fun uncle. Let's call it. Let's refer it like that. But yeah,
I think you can swap roles also
so,
sometimes.
and I see you guys come in awkward on your first day. Next Tuesday, I see you, or the next Thursday, it will be like you guys have been there for and like 100 years type of thing. I know that's an exaggeration, but yeah,
No, it's not.
it's just
That's not the Hillary is
yeah.
actually 100 this year.
I love MustLoveHills, and I'll plug MustLoveHills in every single way possible. Everywhere I go, MustLoveHills, yeah, I can plug it. Look, it's even on my watch. So yeah. I don't know if you want to see it. But yeah, it's been a journey, and now we 2 weeks out from Cape Town Marathon. Basically, just getting everyone ready. That's also another journey, because there's been times where we had long runs, we were alone doing long runs,
Yeah.
or there was groups of 2 or 3 doing long runs, and now if you have a long run, you have 20 people around you, all going towards a common goal, and it's beautiful.
And that is beautiful.
Joshy, you're not particularly doing Cape Town Marathon, but you're there for the gears.
Correct.
Correct. Any tips for the people that's going to be on the sidelines with you, screaming their lungs out for us?
Yeah, I think do some voice exercises and stuff. Get into a studio. Maybe find out if you actually sound good when you're shouting on the side of the road, because we don't want to hear blue murder. We actually want to be motivated by your screaming. I say I'm actually going to be part of the support crew that's going to be there on the day. But in all seriousness, like, a support zone is actually amazing. I've experienced it the first time this year at Oceans, and it is insane. You sort of just fit into the whole gears. There's a DJ playing, there's people running hard, but it's like everyone is running with everyone, and it's like all my cramps disappeared. All of my, I just want to get my people over the line. You're like, didn't you have a hamstring injury? Yeah, it's fine. I'm running on gears. So it's like, yeah, that's really what I enjoy a lot. Sometimes we can tend to get caught up in doing as many races as possible and always improving until you hit that brick wall.
Yeah.
Which I think we should get into a bit later. But yeah, I will be supporting, and maybe the best advice I can give people with supporting is actually ask the people what they need, what they want on the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you
we
are runners
forget
supporting
things.
runners, so
Yep.
you can literally tell the people,
Yep.
bring this, we will, and they will bring it along.
They will bring it along. And I think more importantly, just like believing in the guys that run with you. It's massive. It's something we appreciate as runners when you do the race and you don't think anyone is there. You don't tell anyone you're doing the race, and you just see a familiar face when you're in a dark place. I don't mean to rhyme the way I'm rhyming at the moment now.
Okay, Drake. Okay,
very
relax,
well.
Drake.
That is very well, Josh.
Thank you. Thanks. It's not rehearsed at all. So yeah, what I wanted to say is, just bring the gears. I think that's what we need the most. When your legs have packed up, when your body doesn't show up on the day, because you know your body won't show up on the day if it decides not to.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that matters the most. You just being there present, knowing that you got up early to come support us and clap hands and cheer and play music.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
both of us, Hillary, we know ultra running, we know marathons. Literally, the only advice I can give is, well, for me, what I've learned this year is leave it all out there. You've trained for the race, you're racing
Exactly.
hard. Leave it all out there. Feel like you've raced when you've crossed that finish line. Know
I've
that
won.
you've given your all. towards your goal. And yeah,
I have one term for that, and I love it. And it's my new go-to. Just full send.
Yeah.
Literally full send. I mean, I remember when we started with full send running, and we started our LSDs. It was I was curious as to how this name came about, and actually what does it mean in running terms. And I went and googled the meaning of full send, and I just loved the explanation. And the one that stood out to me is yeah, it's got all the good stuff. Be courageous, be determined. But what I loved about the definition of full send is be reckless. And I was looking at my journey in the last year, and I'm like, gosh, you know, um, I've been smashing PBs left, right, and center, and I'm
Yeah.
very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. Putting in the work and just getting to the point where I am now. And I just thought, if there's one marathon where I'm going to be reckless, it's Cape Town
Okay,
Marathon.
so, yeah. But that's the thing. It's designed for that. Go for that. It's a flat course. It's basically they've taken out all that cuck hills, and once upon a time we went through Pardon Island, which was also cuck. I don't know why they decided to go all the way out.
Post-trauma.
Yo, like
Sleepless
it-
nights.
Like they've made some bad decisions in the past, but they've learned from their mistakes,
it
and
make-
now I think they've got a winner of a route. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a proper throwdown come race day. Like I often tell people the funny thing about people showing up to MustLoveHills is usually on that first session they come to me, they like no, they want to improve on their 10K time, their 5K time,
Yeah.
their after, and then on that first session they struggle so hard because they've never done hill repeats.
Yes.
And then they like, no, I've got an issue with my calf. And I'm like, okay, you didn't pull your calf, you pulled your ego. So like tone down the ego, but on race day, pump
Yes.
that ego
Yeah.
hard. This
Yeah.
is for guys and girls running out there.
Yeah.
Pump yourself hard, go out there and just give it your all.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll see at the finish line. If it doesn't come, there's 100 races in front of you. Yeah, you never base yourself on your last race.
Yeah, 100%.
You can always get better, and you can always come back. So
Yeah. No, I mean, on that note, I mean, for me, last year, 2022 Cape Town Marathon, I mean, gosh, if I have to tell my times, or the time that I ran Cape Town Marathon to people, they were like, wow, that is amazing. And I mean, but for my standards, it was my worst marathon ever. But I really, really, really got to experience what it means when they say that, the mind is the powerhouse. It really is the powerhouse, because I was physically strong. I mean, I was flipping running 5-minute splits in the first half
Yeah.
of Cape Town. And I went from 5 minutes to running like 6:30, 7 minutes, 8 minutes per K, because I just had a mental battle.
Yeah.
I was not in a very good space, and I literally had to drag my feet to the finish line.
But
you
we've all
just-
been there. That's
yeah.
the thing.
Yep.
That's the nice thing
Yep.
about runners is we
It's-
know the pain.
it-
We
it-
can
it-
associate with each other's pain.
It is the worst. It's the worst. And I mean, when you say, up your ego, I mean, it really is. I mean, you've put in the hard work, but mentally, you're going to need that stamina. You're going to need that strength to carry you to the finish
Yeah.
line, because what do they say? Marathon starts at 32 Ks. Literally, I mean, that 10K can feel like your longest 10K ever.
Yeah.
If you are not mentally ready for it. So yeah. So don't be modest. When you tackle that race. I mean, it's gonna give you that boost, and you need to just hype yourself up to just get yourself all the way to the finish.
You know your training. You know what you've
Exactly.
put in. So expect to get something out. Like it's as with everything in life, what you put in is what you get out. So if you gonna put in like the proper training, you're gonna get something proper out in the end. So
Yep.
yeah, Joshy.
Sometimes what you put in is not what you get out. Because sometimes you go for weeks training for Bloemberg Marathon.
Preach.
And you trained so long, and you did all your tempo sessions, and your freaking track sessions, and your long runs, and you get to Blauberg, and you run slower than your first half marathon ever. Sometimes your legs just pack up on 13 Ks. And like I said to you at previously, sorry, I was speaking about how your body just doesn't show up on the day. You do everything right. You get up early. You're like, okay, cool. I'm going to take it easy this week, guys. Please don't come over. Don't. I'm alone this week. I need to get in the zone. You can mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah.
But sometimes you overhype yourself for a race also. And you get in your own head. And I'm very guilty of that, getting in my own head. Where it's like, I want to sort of plan it to the T. I'm at night, I'm with my pace pro, and I'm like, okay, so this hill usually takes me 6.5 minutes. I'm going to try and do it 6:28. On the day, you do the hill at 5:30, and you're like, oh shit, I screwed up this whole race. And you get in your own head like that, where it's like, you kind of have to run on feel and less expectation. Sometimes you just go out there, and that's something that you younger guys have taught me. Is how to run on feeling. I did gun run, and I eventually broke sub 2, which was massive for me.
Massive.
Because I was working extremely hard for breaking sub 2. I didn't realize that I was sort of trying to punch in a class that was higher than where I thought I was. And I didn't realize how much work actually goes into where you want to be. Yes, to a lot of runners, sub 2 might not be the biggest achievement. These people that are running our 20 minutes in a half marathon, but we won't speak about those people, Hillary. It's like, you know what battle you went through to get to 2 hours and 2 seconds at slave routes, literally. And I was thinking, like, where am I going with this? Sorry, I just lost my focus again.
That's fine.
Yeah. But you put in so much bloody effort, man.
Yeah.
And you just, like, you put so much expectation on yourself, and you are on yourself, and you sort of don't deliver to yourself on the day, and you're like, crap, I sort of screwed up. And then everyone around you is like, they're giving you the opposite of what you're expecting. You expecting them to go, oh, well done, you'll get it next time. And everyone is like, you ran so well today. And it's like,
But that's the thing.
beautiful
You
is
celebrate
that, eh?
every single run. You
Literally!
celebrate. You like so somewhere one of the big coaches in the community said, you learn from the good ones, you learn from the bad ones, and you celebrate them all.
Yep, you do.
That is it. So you never ever have a bad run. You just have a run that you can learn from. And that's what I've taken. This year has been massive for me personally when it comes to mental strength in running. So I've always felt like I've been a good runner, let's call it like that. But mentally I've always struggled. So I've always fucking hit that wall, and like I've put in the training, but I've hit a hard fucking wall every race, and or majority of my races. And then this year came along, and it just all fell into place. Cape Town Marathon, I qualified last year, ran a PB, but also way off what I expected of myself.
Yeah.
Then went into this year, entered for Comrades, went into False Bay 50, made some mistakes, but got myself to that finish line well within target. Was very happy with my run. It was a training run, 50K training run, happy with that. Then Comrades came, and like everything just fell into place. Mental strength was there. There was like, I've never had a better run. Everything was like beautiful. The gears along the route, like, if I can bring one thing back from Comrades to Cape Town Marathon, is the gears.
Yeah, 100%.
There's literally, from the time you leave Pietermaritzburg, along those farm areas, there's people cheering you on. There's people cheering you every kilometer of that race. And it literally drives you to the finish line, along with the support you're getting from Cape Town. Like, I had my phone on me, and I forgot to turn off my notifications on my watch, and I could see the messages coming through while I was running cover, and it was like it pushed, like you could feel those hands pushing you. It felt like and you get Mikey and Musa along the route. They were flipping I won't say clowns, but the way they carried on, like you could hear the crowd
I saw
like
the videos.
enjoying
Yeah.
their gears.
Their antics, yeah.
Yes, like Mikey running next to
You
me.
need that.
With the flag.
Yeah,
with
the
the flag,
flag,
obviously.
And, yeah, it was something else. And yeah, when I got to that finish line, I never thought hitting my target. I supported Iman along the route. She struggled a bit. I supported her. When she was feeling good, she left. She went flying down the hill, all the way to the finish line. I got to the finish line, comfortable, finished well within my target, and I was over the moon. So yeah, it's about finding that sweet spot for me, and that's what everyone needs to do: is find your sweet spot mentally, physically. Find it within your friend group, find it within your passion, find it within everything, and you will see things fall into place for you.
Tahir, you absolutely smashed your first flippin' comrades. I mean, running sub 9, that's my dream. That's my dream goal. I mean, I have done comrades 3 times.
This is not about me, Larry.
Just take it, man. Just take it. I mean, no, I'm very, very proud of you, and I love what you mentioned regarding your journey mentally and facing those battles. And that's the beautiful thing about running, right? I mean, there's so many terms going around, like to run is to live. I mean, running is life. Running is therapy, and I mean all of those things. I mean, it's going through those tough times that makes you stronger at the end of the day. So I mean, you took me back now when you mentioned False Bay, and a year ago. I mean, it's actually crazy how much can happen in a year's time, right? And I did 3 comrades, 2015, 2016, 2017, back to back, right? And then I just stopped because I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done with this now. I think I'm done with this. But I wasn't really that invested in my training back then. I mean, I literally just ran on what I was able to do, right? And last year, I hit that wall, major wall at False Bay. And it was at 30Ks exactly. And I don't know what it is about that distance, but 30K was always that moment when I hit that wall. And I still remember saying, I will never run long distance ever again. I am done.
We all tell ourselves.
I mean, this is from someone that I've ran now for the last 11 years. I started my running journey like 11 years ago, but only in the last year I would say I really applied myself to my training and being invested in it. But gosh, I mean, it is just insane what transformations can happen when you really apply yourself and you really go into it with such big intention, and you're just consistent all the way. And I mean, I made the best flipping decision last year by getting a coach.
Yeah.
And I got the best coach. I remember
Musa.
I remember I remember approaching Mike, and I was very intimidated. I mean, gosh, the guy flipping interviewed me. He asked me like all these quick questions, and I had to like answer on my feet. I'm like, okay, what is your time here? What do you do? Okay, this, that, and I was like, okay, what's happening? And then not too long after that, he's like, okay, I'll coach you. And I felt literally like I hit the jackpot with him.
Yeah,
And boy, did
everyone
I
does.
hit the jackpot. Gosh, it's been an incredible journey. And I mean, to be where we are now, I think also just being part of flipping a potential major, guys, in a year's time, we will be part of history. And I mean, it is crazy to just be saying that. I mean,
that's where Josh and him come in. He needs to get those people over the line.
Also-
There's 15,000 people that you need to get over the
Definitely.
line to make sure that we
Definitely.
get the major next year.
so
Josh.
you need to go for vocals because you're going to need all of that vocal strength.
Yeah.
And, for cheering all of these guys because
Like,
you're going to need that energy.
You know, like we go for sports massages before our races. You need to go for like some type of, I don't know,
vocal massage.
Yeah.
Take your honey and your med lemon. And your,
Corenza. Yeah, that always works.
Practice throwing
Make
your
your own-
pom-poms
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah, I'm
that.
going to.
If you, whatever you need to do, just make sure that you're the best cheerleader on the day.
I will definitely.
Because, like, yes, we're running the marathon, but the supporters are just as much of a part of the marathon.
a big part.
Imagine how silent the race will be without supporters.
Exactly.
Awkward.
Last year, that was a problem at Cape Town Marathon, where there was a stretch.
Yeah.
And, like, there was no supporters along the
Silence.
route. So,
Yeah.
yeah, now we're going to bring, like, you guys are going to bring the chaos. We'll make sure you feel us as well. Running.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I enjoy being touched. So what? what I wanted to say is, take a step back. Actually,
Yeah.
I like how you said 50K training run. Like it's such a small. Oh, I did a 50K training run. There's people on the couch listening, and they're like, 50K. I just did a 2K walk now. I literally remember that. You know that feeling that you get before you started running regularly, Jets?
But I also started with
Yes.
a 2K walk. Just remember that, eh?
Exactly.
100%.
And it's like, and then
We
and you
all
get to that
started
point and you
there.
stop and I'm going to run a bit and you run and you're like, why am I nauseous?
Exactly.
Is this normal? Am I supposed to be nauseous?
Yeah. Like our host tonight,
Uh,
Kanya. She's like made a commitment to run every single day. I don't know how that's going.
I also heard that.
But like that's a massive thing. Like I wouldn't even want to commit to something like that. But that's massive. Like just making the commitment and sticking to it. That is it's so.
whether it is
yeah.
whether it's 1K, whether it's 100K. I mean, Jesus, just getting out there and moving.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
My 50K is someone else's 2K. Remember that.
That's true.
Remember that.
Ish.
Remember that. No, like
50K is still 50K. That's literally from my joint to town and back. So, I'm from the north, by the way. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
I know.
digress. Yeah.
Ravens meet finest.
Hey, I'm out here representing Ravenswood. Okay.
But okay, talking about Ravens meet finest, you, Aiden, and Harley are three of my favorite boys at MustLoveHills. Hillary.
Shout out Poos Boys.
Yeah. Hillary, your favorite crew member. I know we don't support favoritism.
gosh,
Yeah.
can you be putting me on the spot like this, Tahir?
If you don't say me, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to walk off.
And why are they your favorite also?
My favorite crew member.
Ah.
That is the toughest question that you can ask me.
Put him on the spot, yeah.
Like the toughest question ever.
It's gonna be tougher for me. This is like choosing your favorite child.
Draw a line in the sand, brother.
It's I don't know.
No, that really is a tough one because you know how much I love this community and how much I love this crew specifically. I mean,
Yeah.
geez, I have a. You know what is so beautiful about MustLoveHills is that we're so diverse. I mean, the personalities that we bring to the table. It's just like you have your soft-spoken ones, you have your outspoken ones, you have your. It's just.
Everyone's quirk. There's a quirk
There is
everywhere.
just there is literally a quirk everywhere.
Yeah, and a Wesley.
You know, I mean, we have doppelgangers in our crew as well. You know,
Yes.
Facts.
there's a couple of them. I won't mention names, but I mean you're gonna get me emotional here, man. Like. I honestly can't choose. I really.
Okay.
It's impossible for
Avoiding
me.
the topic.
It is
Okay.
impossible. It is impossible. I love every single one. Whether you've just joined a day ago or whether you joined a year ago. I mean,
I love you already.
You know, the fact that you introduced a new lady. And I love that. I love that you did
Irene.
that. Yes.
Yes.
You introduced her
But
at Hills.
that's the thing I do. I make sure. Oh well, as the like the exco of MustLove, I like we coined
But
the
I-
term exco. We make sure everyone feels welcome before they even start running with us because we know the session's gonna be cuck. It's Hill repeats.
And
You're
it's your
joining
repeat.
us for
And
no
being
one
your
does
first
Hill
one.
repeats, and here we do it for fun. Let's call it
Apparently,
fun.
you need to follow this MLS. Yeah?
So and then we
But-
make you feel welcome, make you feel like you're at home before you actually.
But
do the-
I love
the
that so
tough-
much, and it warmed my heart so much because I mean she was standing there and she was like so shy, and I actually remembered being her a year ago because I didn't know anyone. You know, it was a little bit awkward. I was a bit shy, even though I don't come across that, but I was when I started, and it was just like so heartwarming. Here's a new member, and she said, "I've been following you guys on social media, and I, decided I'm going to. Today's the day. I'm coming." And she chose hill repeats. I started my first session with hills.
Yeah.
It's funny how we always choose the worst session.
But that's the thing. You start your week off kak, and it can only get
No,
better.
honestly,
I'm joking. Hill repeats with MustLoveHills is never kak, guys.
No, it is
If
epic.
you're gonna join
Epic.
us on a Tuesday, you're
It is
gonna have the
epic.
best time of your life.
Obviously.
It's gonna feel like hell, but like eventually it will feel like the best time of your life.
That
But-
feeling of accomplishment. No?
Yeah, exactly. So
Getting to the top of that literal hill.
yeah.
Yes.
No, it's really just beautiful, and I mean, I'm going to just say this. I mean, really, I mean, our crew. I mean, you're going to walk into a family the first day you step foot.
Yeah.
You're really going to walk into a family, and I mean, we say this, and Josh might disagree, but I mean, we have spaces for all places. We really do.
We do. Because we don't
Why do I
leave
disagree?
anyone behind.
Whether it doesn't matter how fast you are, how slow you are. I mean,
Like
there's a
a
space
lot
for
of
you.
people when they show up to MustLoveHills, they think MustLoveHills is the stuff crew. We train hard, we race hard.
Yeah.
And that within the first 5 minutes of training with us, that perception is completely wiped away. Because then if you training behind you have someone running whether
Yep.
it's Wesley or it's the group of ladies that
Yep.
runs at the back.
Yep.
You will never ever feel like you're alone at
Never.
MustLoveHills. And that's it's just
Yeah.
part of our DNA basically.
Yo, that sounds very hectic. Part of our DNA.
Joshy, any favorites, standout crew members?
Favorite my favorite too. That is Mike. Definitely. Oh, I love it so much because I know I've set my kids with me. so I like these him the most. Really, I do. No, I don't have any favorites, man. I love everyone equally. I don't wanna rock the boat.
Okay, I'm gonna break the script here. I got favorites.
Okay,
Two.
we're listening.
As the father of the crew.
Are you gonna say
I'm not the father.
Hilden?
No. Okay, it's two standout members, and it's also just like you will understand why I say they're my favorites. So my first one, favorite, is because of how she joined the crew. This is Adele.
Okay.
Oh.
So she's everyone's favorite.
Yes,
like
yes,
she's
I'm-
part of
yes,
everyone's favorite.
exactly.
Like if you have a highlight reel of MustLoveHills, Adele's there. So she joined. We had this run through. It was the first Thursday run from Against the Grain in Bookap. We ran from Against the Grain through Bookap, through town, down the streets of town, and she joined one like randomly, and she also stood there awkwardly, and we made her feel comfortable, and from there she just got on with MustLoveHills like a house on fire, and she's become literally she's knitted in the part of the DNA of MustLoveHills.
She's our darling.
And then number 2 is Faisal.
Oh,
Faisal,
man.
Faisal will fucking cry and complain and moan and not
thank you.
understand the session. Like, if there's one person, I think if you could attach a garment to Faisal's mouth just for complaining, he would eat his step skulls like within the first 5 minutes of a session.
I agree.
Because Faisal, that's the only thing that comes out of his mouth is complaints or why are we doing this? No man, I don't understand this. That's all that Faisal does. But he does the work. He's consistent. He shows up week in, week out, and then come race day, he blows himself away with what he achieves, and that just it's
Brilliant.
proper.
Brilliant.
That's MustLoveHills for me.
Brilliant. And I mean, it's these type of crew members that you can't help but flip and be inspired by. I
Yeah.
mean, how can you not achieve like greatness just by looking around where we are and our people and how we are literally breaking records out there. Literally, we're breaking records.
Yeah, definitely. MustLoveHills is like I don't see a roof on MustLoveHills. Like we blew the roof off, and there's no way we can put
Wouldn't have it any
roof
other
on
way.
us. we'll continue welcoming people. Anyone and everyone that feels that they want to run, you guys are welcome to join us. And yeah, come join the family. That's literally what we are.
I actually have a question for Hillary.
Shoot.
Yeah. So, Cedarberg.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So we went on a little trip to Cedarberg to apparently to go fetch our punishment that was waiting for us there. What was your darkest moment at Cedarberg?
And we're not talking about people now, no?
No, Tahir. Oh my gosh. Can I start there though?
No.
I'm kidding. My darkest moment at Cedarberg. Sure.
You must decided to. Ik ga met Michael hardloop vandag. Oh, I'm gonna do the far distance. I'm gonna run fast.
You know, it's amazing how we discover things about ourselves, especially on this running journey. But I discovered something at Cedarberg that I have a hectic fear of heights.
Being a tall person, that's weird.
Heavy.
Eh?
You fall further, meneer.
being tall, like you
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
expect
is why I don't expect to like really get PBs on trails because gosh, I hate falling. I don't want to fall. Like
you're gonna fall long down.
Yeah,
You're gonna fall like Shaq.
you know.
Oh,
But yeah, gosh, I just discovered that, and it was just so evident. It was I've never ever felt like that. I mean, we climbed up, I was okay. Coming down was a problem. I literally froze. There's a section where we had to climb ropes and chains, right?
I didn't get there, by the way. But go on.
Oh no, we know what happened to you. We won't mention that. That's a story.
Fine. That's a story for another day. But I literally got there and I froze. I froze. I have never experienced an emotion, a feeling like that. And I actually had to step away to catch my breath. That's how bad it was. But
How did you get down?
I managed to get down. I mean,
Yeah.
We had guys there on the bottom, and Mike was there. I remember Musa was there. Who else was there?
Antonio leading everyone astray.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I knew is that I had to get down. Come what may, I had to get down.
Yeah.
But the feeling of accomplishment, I mean, it sounds maybe small to some people, but gosh, when I got to the bottom, it was, I achieved, I overcame,
Yo.
you know, and I'm empowered now. So I can literally like go back up there and, yeah, okay. But I did it.
Until the time comes.
That's all that counts. I did it. You know, what a beautiful experience, eh? How was yours?
Kak. I will not give Cedarberg credit. I can't believe Mike went to go train there again now recently. They asked me, am I going to do Cedarberg again? Probably.
Yeah.
But it was kak. Oh my God. Whose idea of a holiday is come here hike for 3 days? Sorry, Adele. Sorry. But I mean, I get there, we do the first hike, and it's like, oh, nice, waterfall, lekker, everyone takes pictures, and it's like, okay, cool. So the next day, guys, we're gonna do through 3 routes. There's gonna be beginners. We're gonna do 5Ks or something. The next route's gonna be 12Ks, which was apparently my group, the 12K group.
Yeah.
And then there was your group.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go. And I must take I must know trails. I did probably 1 trail before this. And I'm pacing, and it's myself and Kendra. And Kendra's like, Josh, you need to slow down. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'll survive. It's no problem. Imagine a liter of water. That's a hell of a lot of water. Not on trail. Never. Nope. I didn't know what was in store for me. So we go over the first mountain. First of all, no one's GPXs are working for some or other reason. My GPX works in the toilet. It don't work on Cedarberg. So we climb the first mountain, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we must now gonna go across and drop the next mountain. This is how we're
Wait.
gonna make up. Yeah.
Running jargon, GPX is the little map that you load on your watch.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
not
yeah,
GPS. He's not getting it wrong, guys. It's GPX. It's for us runners talk now.
Yeah. It's the file that you load onto your watch that tells you after 400 meters, but they don't speak to you. They just beep and kind of suggest you should turn here. But if you
And
don't,
vibrate.
yeah, if you don't give it urgency,
Sometimes
you're gonna get
inappropriately.
lost. Hillary.
Sorry, carry on.
Censorship. So we climb. And I'm like, okay, cool. So apparently this area of the mountain carries its own weather. I didn't know that. Because it was far hot down there. I get to the top. I'm freezing. It starts raining. I look down. The sun is shining at the bottom. Cool. We're not going across, Josh. We're climbing that mountain. And I'm like, but look at all the mountains we've already passed at this point. And what, we only had 4Ks? How are you people climbing like this? And I go, and I fade to the back of the pack, and I continue. And you know how your fear of height starts? It doesn't start immediately. It's when you start looking down. Like you said, coming down, you start looking back, and you see, ooh, this is very uncomfortable. I don't see animals, I don't see birds, I don't see helicopters, I don't see anything relatable besides these people around me now, who apparently look stronger than they've ever been. I don't know where everyone got the strength from.
Yeah.
Can't they're all dying, but they wouldn't admit that they were dying. Only afterwards they said they were dying. And I'm like, you saw me dying. Why wouldn't you say, I'm also dying, Josh? Come walk with me. No. We're gonna summit today. Spoiler alert, I didn't summit. So I get there, and this rocks is cold. I've never seen rocks the size of my life. It's like cranes up there. Who lives there? How do animals get there in the first place? Who put them there? I digress. So I get there, and I'm like, look here, guys, I'm done. I'm cramping. I can feel my hamstrings they're packed up at this point. No, Josh, keep pushing. You know the runners talk, keep pushing, you can do it. And I'm like, cut the bullshit. I can't do it. This is 4 hours already. I have no water. I ate a dry roll, and that was the best Cinnabon I had in my life. And it was just a pick and pay roll, by the way. That Caitlin brought up there, and I was like, yo, this is probably how I'm surviving. So I get to 4 hours, and I'm like, and then you start processing everything, and you're like, oh my God, I'm 4 hours away from where my car is parked. So that means 4 hours back, and you go down the spiral, and it's like, I'm high. I need to get down.
Is that the point where you started?
Started what?
Were you emotionally broke?
Tearing up. Or you don't recall that?
Listen, I must told you.
You don't recall that, Josh?
I told you guys that the weather's different up there, man.
Oh, so it was rain on your face.
Dew. It was dew.
Oh, flip, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
weren't. So it wasn't even a case of you were sweating from your eyes. No, none of that.
It was dew, guys.
okay,
You've been up Table Mountain. You know your hair looks grey up.
Yeah.
So my eyes happened to look so, and my nose was a bit runny because of all the pollen on the hill and stuff. And because they didn't tell me I need to pack more than a liter of water. But anyway, I digress. So I get to this point, and I'm like, bitch, you're losing your group. Your group is gone. And I'm like, this people's really gonna leave me in this mountain. This bitches. We at the chalet. Who's gonna braai for you? How can you leave the braai master here in the mountain? Ons kap aan. So I'm walking, and I'm like, look here. So my body is shut down. Call Aiden, please. I don't know any of you. Aiden is from Ravy, so he will understand what I'm going through at the moment. Call Aiden. Aiden's like, Josh. I was like, no, no. Just and you'll see there's a picture of me where you can sort of see I've given
Yeah,
up.
we've all seen that picture.
That was
We saw it. We saw it. Like there's no signal in Cedarberg. We saw it where there was no signal. They had somehow made its way to Cape Town
and
very quickly.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys got this satellite phone to send. That's fine. Now I know what you're discussing in the Exco group. So I decide, look, I'm going to wait for Hillary to come back. And they're like, Josh, we found you. And I'm like, don't smile at me.
You found the former version.
I'm going down. I'm going down now. No more. Nice. MustLoveHills. I love nothing now. Nothing more than the bed at my chalet. Take me down. And we go. And then we take a paar detours because we must now know who is navigating at that point.
Yes.
Antonio confidently loses everyone. Great. I go downhill. I didn't know that. I thought it's my groin. I didn't know it's called your abductors. Both of that pulled stiff. And you need that to go downhill, by the way.
Ah.
And I'm like, Mike, I'm cramping. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, have a revive. You know what it's like to take a dry revive.
It's the best
I
thing
love
ever.
it. I love it.
Have you seen what a snail does when you add salt to it?
Yeah.
That's how you feel when you take a dry revive.
No. We thrive on stuff like
No,
that.
you're so mosag, man. No. Look, so
But
I
you've
take
joined the
this.
gang now.
I take this dry revive. Mike's like, yeah, drink here from my teeth. And he feeds me from his bottle, because you know the trail bottle sit here. And he's like, feeds me. And he's like, come, let's go. And I'm like, Mike, come, nar. And he's like, run. If you throw up, but don't make yourself throw up. Let's run. Okay, we're running apparently. And I go, I'm running. I'm like, and I thought, sorry, you didn't see anything come out now. But it was graphic. Only water, by the way. And then I'm like, Mike, is it normal to continue freaking running after you threw up what was left in your body, which was nothing, the dry roll that I got like 2 hours ago? And Hillary comes at the back, Mike, give him some water. He's going to be dehydrated. And I'm like, bitch, I'm already dehydrated. Literally. And so I continue running. And then, guys, when you have thunder thighs, you will bleed. You will bleed
Shame,
if you
it
don't
all
wear
happened to you, huh?
You were doing the absolute most.
So, guys, that was Josh's therapy session. His unpacking
No,
of
man.
Cedarberg.
No, man.
And yeah, let's.
No, Mike has he has the audacity to ask me, oh, don't you think, look how beautiful this is? I'm like, it's rocks, Mike. It's rocks. What's beautiful about this rocks? There's no waterfall. There's no animals. I keep saying this. There's no animals. But yeah,
Animals,
eventually.
what are you expecting, Josh?
Like eagles and stuff. I almost said arende.
Okay, so Josh, we're gonna be ending off soon.
Yeah, okay.
Listen,
It's just so warm.
any advice for people trying to get into running for the first time? No, like other than join MustLoveHills, because that's like a given. Like, but any advice for people joining running for the and don't go to Cedarberg. We know that's like top of your list of advice. Other than that, what do you have for people out there?
Yes, see, this advice helps me every single day of my life when I'm doing hill repeats. There's no shame in walking, boys. There's no shame in walking. You will save your legs when you walk.
Yeah.
Walk that hill. I'm going to do a gradual pace. There is honestly no shame in walking. And I think trail running teaches you very quickly how quickly you will die if you don't walk.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that's my first piece of advice. Secondly, don't still stress about eating nice. People always say you have to eat nice and stuff to run and stuff. Focus on being consistent more than anything else. I know about someone who's vowed to run every day of their lives. Maybe not the best thing. I would say take a rest day in between.
Yeah.
But focus on being consistent. Because it's terrible losing momentum. But you will be surprised after your injury, after your flu, after your cold, your muscles have memory. Yeah. So it remembers your consistency. It will pay back what you've put in. Definitely. And I think for the solo runners that are sort of like, do I really want to do Plattekloof Road again today? Do I really want to run on the prom again today? Someone mentioned that they don't like running on the prom. Neither do I, don't worry. Sorry, I'm taking up a lot of time now. No, just find a group, even if it's not MustLoveHills. It has to be MustLoveHills. But even if it's not MustLoveHills, find people that can keep you accountable.
Yeah.
That will tell you, even though you don't smack, that's not a reason to not run today.
Yeah.
Even if you do it at half the speed that you were planning on doing it, you always feel better afterwards.
Yeah.
But with that being said, if you feel an injury coming along,
advice, actually.
Take it easy if you feel an injury coming along. But stay consistent.
Hillary?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk as long as Josh. Thank you, Josh, for that. That was very insightful.
Yeah, running for years now.
Beautiful stuff.
Only 9
beautiful
months.
Stuff. Gosh, I can go on and on about running. But really the one thing that for me that stands out, if I have to look at when I started running 11 years ago versus the last year, I think it's very important really to find the right community for you. And I mean, gosh, I mean, we are the best in the business. And just choose your crowd, choose your environment. I find that really, really, really is the game changer.
Yeah.
And if you have the right people in your circle to really help you and push you to just keep moving and just stay moving, you are going to surprise yourself. Gosh, I have surprised myself so many times in the last year. And it's just really all about that, just find the right people to really get you on that path. And once you're in that zone, it'll be very difficult to get out of it. And then just stay there. I mean, with all the challenges that you're going to be hit with. I mean, like we said earlier, running is life. You're going to get that.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. But just stay on your journey. Run your own race. The beautiful thing about us is that we are not competing with anyone but ourselves.
Exactly.
And that is what I love so much about MustLoveHills, is that we don't just celebrate ourselves, we celebrate one another.
Yeah.
And that is what keeps me motivated. That is what keeps me energized. That really is just the community and just being surrounded by the right people. And if you have that, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, definitely. Now, and like you both touched on community. For me personally, it's find your why. So
Yes.
why are you doing it for
Yes.
yourself, type of thing. So find that, write it down or memorize it, or on your day one. It can be 100 days into your running journey. Find your why and stick to it. And if you ever feel down or like demotivated or like anything like that, find your why. And that will keep you going. It might be you love seeing other people succeed. Personally, I love seeing the crew succeed.
Yeah.
And that I draw inspiration from the crew. And that is my why. Because if I can inspire one person a day, that's 365 people at the end of the year. And yeah, that's my why. Find it, and you will see what you're capable of.
100%
I just
agree.
want to say a huge shout out to our host, Kanya.
Yes.
It was a great experience. I never saw myself doing something like this. When I saw my nomination for this thing, I was like, flip. But this was actually a lot of fun. Thank you, Kanya. Thank you, Hilary. Thank you, Josh. This was proper.
Yeah, you
fucking
feel
fun.
important?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I share the same sentiments. I mean, gosh, it's the first time ever that I'm doing a podcast, and I think this is the first ever video podcast, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, that's exciting.
Yeah.
We are
We
setting
get to
trends
see
here.
ourselves talking
We're
cat.
setting trends. The weirdest thing. But anyways, but yeah, and then I just want to special shout out for the people out there that nominated us. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh, what an honor.
Don't know who it is, but
Yeah.
I'll get you
But-
guys. But anyway,
It's been amazing. Just looking forward to the journey ahead now.
And Cape Town Marathon 2 weeks away.
Oh,
let's
gosh,
go get it. Everyone in Cape Town, let's go get
Yeah,
it.
let's gooi millies, like we say.
See you all out there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This episode is brought to you by SoundSpeed, the sound specialists.